Money saving hack. Do you know that actually you can use some tricks and tips so that you can spend less or save wisely? Do you know that? Do you ask this question actually, how can I save more? How can I spend wisely? So these are some of the tips that you can use, you can apply in your daily life on either purchasing products or services. So let's get started. Money saving hack. Do you know that actually you can save money from using some tricks and tips? So today I'm going to share with you the first one. The first one is think twice. How do you think twice? When you purchase something either online or offline, you must think twice. If for online, maybe you add your item to the cart. If offline, what you can do is you can add to the cart and then add to the cart. You must immediately purchase it in the same day, in the same moment, right? So what you can do is you can't add to the cart. So what you can do is you take a picture of the product. Take a picture of the product and you go home. You leave the shop and go home. And once you go home, you look at the picture and ask yourself, do I really need it or do I really want it? This goes to only for those daily product. Only apply for daily product because this only you can go back to the same shop if you're purchasing this same daily item that you use it every day. So this only apply to daily product that you use it for living, purpose. Something for living purpose. So you take a picture, go home and ask yourself, look at the picture by asking yourself, do I really need it or want it? So once you have the decision, then act according to your decision. For online, add to a cart, same goes to add to a cart. Ask yourself the same type of questions. Do I really need or want it? And make a decision and act according to your decisions. So this is the first. The second thing is want versus need. Yes, want versus need. When you purchase something or purchase services, all sort of thing, you ask yourself want versus need. So how to decide want versus need? What you need is, if you do not purchase it, you might not be able to survive. You might not be able to survive. So if you do not have the item, you might not be able to survive. For example, foods. Yes, foods. Then you might think of this. Wants is what either I have it or not. It's an optional. Even I do not have it or have it, I'm still able to survive. So this is a basic differentiate between want versus need. So the second thing is want versus need. The third is try to use cash as much as possible. Why do you need to use cash as much as possible? Because while you're using cash, you are controlling your purchasing desire. Or else if you're not using cash, you're using credit card, you will not know how much you have spent this particular month. If you have a good control, good credit score, good credit habit, then you can go for credit card. Or else you do not try to use cash as much as possible. Even you have good credit, try to use cash as much as possible. Because when you using cash, you feel the value of the cash, value of the money, and you appreciate it. So every time you appreciate it, you know that automatically you ask yourself, is it necessary, is a want or need? So when you using cash to pay something, to buy a product or services, you more value the goods and services. So if the goods and services doesn't equivalent to the cash that I pay, the money that I pay, so you eventually will not buy. So this is coming automatically by default. You ask yourself, is it a want versus need? So try to use cash as much as possible. The fourth thing is intention versus unintentional purchase. So what do we mean by intention purchase? Intention purchase is you prepare a list before you go to a shop, go to shopping, grocery or whatever, you prepare a list that what thing you will buy. Okay, so you prepare this list. Unintention is when you go to a shop or you browse online and see some advertising or what, and you purchase it based on the advertising and not in the list. The item in the list is unintention. For example, you might go to a shop and see this is very nice and you buy it. So this is called unintention. Try to avoid unintention purchase. Unintention purchase. Purchase only the intention list. This is some of the tricks and hacks that you can use. The next is compare online. Nowadays, there's many shops that are doing online. They have an online platform, and while using online platform is much more cheaper. So before you do something, you not necessarily do everything, but mostly you can use it in daily product, the thing that you use every single day. So if you're using that particular thing every single day, then you can compare online and offline. Most of the item is much more cheaper in online. So make sure you compare online, but not necessarily most item. So make sure you compare before you go to offline shop and purchase. Compare online. And it's not everything that you can compare. You only can compare some. Maybe some that you need to test, try. You need to see the quality. You need to feel it. Then maybe you go offline. Even though it is more expensive, but you need to try it, feel it, understand the product, or maybe you need to some clarification first before you purchase. So compare online. The following is travel. You see, travel, there is peak and non-peak season for travel into country, in even local. So you must know what is the peak and non-peak season. And common sense, peak season, the fees and air ticket fare is much more expensive, and non-peak is much more cheaper. So think twice whether you really want to go to the peak or non-peak. If you pick a non-peak hour, you do go non-peak season. If you choose the non-peak season, you will have enjoyed cheaper and less people is going to that during non-peak season, and you can enjoy the most from this trip. So this is trip and non-trip season. You can save on money, and you can do money saving hack in travel as well. So the next is food. What do I mean by food? How do you save money by food? You see, nowadays, if you eating outside and cook yourself, you can record. For example, you record down this month, whole month I will eat outside, and record every expenses on what food you eat. Write down what the material they use. Okay, so this 1 month you're using all is from outside. All the expenses is from outside food. The next month is you cook for yourself every single day. Mainly you can cook same type of dish, same type of recipe they use, and you try to compare and see which one is cheaper. That is definitely the one you cook yourself is much more cheaper. So this is one of the hack that you can use. Try to cook yourself, cook your own food, and you must think if you really want to cook for long period of time. You only will save if you're using long period of time. So cook your own food, prepare your own food. Next is hobby. What do you mean by hobby? How do I can save money with hobby? Actually, in our life, we will fulfill our time, spend our time with some hobby. And hobby can differentiate luxury and standard normal. So luxury is mostly that need high maintenance, high expenses, piano, guitar, music, mostly musical instrument. For example, something cheaper is badminton, cooking, drawing. This is some of the cheaper one. So embrace cheaper hobby, normal hobby. Actually, there are many hobby that you can develop, you wish to become as a hobby. What you will need to do now is go and find out which are the hobby that you like as much as you can. Try to figure out what are the hobby that you like and then enjoy it. There definitely will luxury and normal hobby. So try to minimize this hobby. Just go for those cheaper hobby. Okay, shopping. You see, shopping mall is mostly surrounded with luxury restaurant, premium restaurant. So if you know that you will go to there and you will enjoy food there, you must have a mindset that you go there and spend a lot in food. So what you can do from this is you go to somewhere else, much not so premium, and enjoy your food there. Enjoy your food there, only go to the shopping mall and do what you want to do. Watch cinema or go shopping or window shopping. It's up to you. Do what you want after you enjoy your food in a non-premium restaurant. Yes. Or another way is you look for the non-premium restaurant in a shopping mall. So this is some of the hack. Another thing that you can do is unsubscribing from those monthly subscription entertainment, magazine, fashion. Unsubscribe it. You see, what costs you more is not the one that make you pay once in a life. What make you pay more is the one charge you monthly. So for example, magazine and fashion. Try to unsubscribe if you do not use it so often. You see, the rule for this is if you do not use this for next 30 days and the past 90 days, if you do not use it for next 90 days or past 90 days, you do not use it, you may be unsubscribed because you are not using it. You are not fully utilizing it. Must as well as you unsubscribe, or maybe if you really want to know the fashion, maybe you go to offline and purchase a book. It's much more cheap. In long term, it's much more cheaper if you do it in this sense. Because in past 90 days and next 90 days, you're not going to use this. Maybe you use it maybe once in a year. You read the magazine once in a year. So unsubscribe from those pay membership. So this is the end of my video. This is the video about money saving hack. I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy, like and share, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.